international journals. She has participated in more than 10 national and international conferences. She has been a resource person and coordinator for various faculty development program, management development program, workshops, seminars, etc. She has authored a book on organizational development. She has acted for around 12 years or more than 12 years as Dean Academics and Research in University of Repute. She has been a very active person in curriculum design, research training, development. She has been a member of academic council and executive council at institutional level. She possesses a strong leadership and communication skill. Presently, Madam is working at Welingkar Institute of Management, Development and Research, Mumbai.
Thank you so much, Sharda.
Thank you, ma'am. Should we start with the first?
Yes. We can start with the first paper.
Okay.
Ma'am, before that, guidelines to the participants, please share.
Now call upon Green HRM Practices, Awareness, Implementation and Challenges in Organization. It will be presented by Dr. Darshan Sabharwal and Dr. Pooja Sharma, ma'am.
Ma'am, in the meanwhile, they start their presentation. Please share the guidelines for the presenters, how much time they will be given.
Okay. It will be, the maximum time limit will be 5 to 8 minutes, including your question and answer. You have to share your screen if possible. And that's all, I suppose.
We can keep it fixed. If we'll keep it 5 to 8, it will vary. So instead of keeping it like variable for every presentation, let's keep 5 minutes to the candidate that nobody will disturb, and the candidate in 5 minutes will present the major prominent like points of the researchers, like research objective, their methodology, their findings, and their conclusion, and everything, and what was the purpose of the study. After 5 minutes, 2 minutes could be for me, or 1 minute could be for me as a chairperson to raise any question. Then we will keep it, or after the presentation, after my giving the suggestions or whatever about your briefing, about your presentation, we can keep it also open, because we are a forum. So other candidates, if they want to raise any question or if they want to add on for your research, so that all our meet, it goes into a very constructive direction. And before we start with the presentation, I just want to wish all the candidates all the best, and of course the convener of the program. And thank you, Sharda, so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think it is clear to everyone. So we will keep it concise to 5 minutes. And I wish ma'am, Darshan ma'am is ready with her presentation. Yes, ma'am?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, over to you, ma'am.
And so my name is Dr. Darshan Sabharwal. I am an assistant professor in the Bhopal School of Social Sciences in the Department of Management. And let me share my screen. Hope it is visible now.
Yes.
So yes, my topic I have chosen is today is Green HRM Practices, Awareness, Implementation and Challenges in Organizations for this current international conference. Hope I am audible.
Yes.
So let us start with introduction. See, this Green HRM is a very new evolving topic, and see, when I discuss it with my students and all, so little awareness is among all. So this give me an insight to check whether, see, whosoever are my colleagues, right? My known ones, my colleagues in the education sector, my colleagues in other businesses, maybe the employees, maybe the employers, and some of our management students also. So I have thrown this questionnaire to just check at the very primary level, at the very preliminary level, what is the awareness level among all. So as we as a you can say the in the field of HRM, we all know that green human resource management combines HR policies and procedures with certain sustainability goals. And this has become all the more important since there are sustainability goals to every country, which are known as SDGs. So unless the HR being the central department to all the departments in any organization, it is very important that HR people must be in know-how of see what are the sustainability goals for the organizations and how all the employees should be connected to that. So that is how this topic is very, very important, and how the recruiting, training, motivating employees to be in the sustainability practices and activities, how they can see HR people can motivate them. Then sustainability is a major concern because of another more reason that we are seeing climate changes impacts on the businesses. Business increased a lot in past few years, and the flash floods and all that, which is the businesses are the direct we can say having this impact or sufferings from these climate changes. So this topic has all the more become important, that how to make our all the practices in the businesses a green practice, or we can say the sustainability practice. So these are some of the literature reviews that I have included in my research study. And as I have told you that on the basis of the literature, see, this is just a preliminary inquiry into the awareness level and what are the challenges that are being faced, because the question has been thrown to some of my colleagues which are in the employable situations also, and employees are also, of course, there with different sectors. So the current study aimed at knowing the awareness level of Green HRM among various stakeholders like employers, employees, educators also, because I am into the education field. So what is the level of educators is also needs to be checked, and self-employed students, etc. And the current study focused on revealing various problems faced during the implementation part, and what are the related challenges, and of course a few suggestions that I may be able to put up before all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for the research methodology, I would like to tell you that it is purely a purposive sampling. The model, the questionnaire has been, of course, it is a primary database. So secondary data is being used for the literature and with the things that are being available in the form of articles or what has been done in the HR areas for sustainability. And of course, primary data, while I'll compile my paper, the discussions held among my colleagues and all those have been, you can say, an inspiration to include here in some of the suggestions also. So it is purely a purposive sampling, and I have floated around 85 questionnaires, and then final compilation has been done to 56 responses based on the completion and all that, and screening out has been done, and then 56 responses are finally there in the analysis part. So I would like to tell the chair that ma'am, I have not included all of the this one the analysis part, but the demographic profile needs to be shared fully. Though I have submitted my paper, if you feel I can share the paper also on the screen. The demographic profile tells us that the 61% respondents were females and 39% were females, and the majority belong to the 18 to 35 group, and 33% belong to the 36 to 50 age groups, and the experienced ones, like 24%, are there who have shared their valuable opinions. And a majority of the respondents were employees, right? And there were businessmen and employers also around 4%, and self-employed were 4%, and business holders or the employers were 5%, and a few of them were students also. Regarding who has been the respondent, who have been the respondents, so it is majorly from the education sector, and around 10% from the IT sector, and remaining 5 to 7 from the other sectors like healthcare, manufacturing, finance, banking. We can say that the services sector, and then majorly are working in the private sector, 11% in the government sector, or we can say the public sector, and the semi-government and NGO sector also. Few respondents are over there. So I have been just jumped out to the major findings, and before that, if you want to see my paper, see there are many more things that have been we asked from the employees, and these are the major findings. Before that, I would like to tell you that what else are the areas, right, in the on the basis of the secondary review literature, secondary data review. There is green recruitment and selection, ma'am, and this is done to see induct the employees into the organizations who are being aligned with the knowledge of this environment sector, or who are more aligned to the sustainability causes, and who will be openly accept the sustainability initiatives of the organizations. Means they are interested in implementing the activities in a sustainable manner. And then there is green training and development, and hello,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
am I
ma'am.
audible? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So there is green training and development area also in the HR, where training and knowledge imparting would be given to the employees, so that they can you can say be apprised about their role in the sustainability practices in the organization. And then there are green performance management, that means incorporating environmental objectives while doing performance appraisals and evaluating the employees based on how they are contributing to achieve the sustainability goals of the organization. And then there is an area which is called as green compensation and rewards, and recognizing the employees efforts while they are doing their activities and behaving in an eco-friendly manner, achieving the sustainability goals, and then rewarding them, giving them compensation and reward, so that their attitude towards the sustainability can be reinforced. Then green employee involvement, and then encouraging the staff and participants to you can say involve themselves into the environmental initiatives, the recycling programs, or like energy saving, switching off the lights when they are leaving the workplace, like things like that, right? And then green workplace practices, promoting the overall resource conservation, which is the resources which are there in the organization, recycling, reducing the resources that are there, and the use of sustainability materials at the workplace. These are some of the areas that are being there when I reviewed the secondary data. And then proceeding with that, after analyzing the questionnaire, the pointers on which the responses are being sought are what are the green practices followed in the respondents' respective organizations, and what is the awareness level among the respondents. Thirdly, sustainable HR practices that are being followed by respondents in their daily activities, their routine activities, and then providing rewards or incentives for adopting green HRM practices by their respective organizations. The other area that I have
we are close to 5 minutes. If you can.
So may I see just put up my major findings then?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. So majority of the respondents, as I already told you, shared you with the demographics. So 84% of the respondents were aware of the concept of GRM. But since it's a purposive sampling, we cannot take it, generalize it. But whosoever I have chosen with for the responses, so among them, 84% were aware of this. Most common of the green practices that were common in the workplace of the respondents were the highest was the reducing paper use and energy efficient tools, etc., 61%, and the least common was giving the rewards to the employees for their green initiatives. And then regarding sustainable HR practices in daily activities, respondents adopt video conferencing, which is about 52% daily activities. In daily activities using company provided transport is 12.5%, which is the least of the these practices. Then non-financial incentives appear to be the most common way by the organization, since which the costs are higher and it is not very common to giving the rewards to the employees. So non-financial incentives are more common among the organizations, that is 38%. And then providing rewards is around 29%, and 25% are still feel that they are moving into this area in near future. And then lack of when we asked to see what is the hurdle in that implementing the practices. So lack of awareness was the major barrier in the implementation, and when we asked from them, see how you rate your organization, so about the green practices, so 41% say good, and 23% said that it is excellent being done by their organizations. And the most impactful green practice was the employee engagement, that is 36%, and then the adopting the green technology, which is 29%, and green hiring and training took a backseat with only 4%. 38% were agreeing that this adopting green practices has improved their organizational image. And
Requesting you, please,
when just
take a minute to wind.
yeah. Okay, ma'am. Just give me, ma'am, 30 seconds only.
Yes.
And the major challenges I have already told, like lack of awareness and education, high cost of implementation. See, because green energy, green technology implementations, all the things, processes related to that is very costly. So the high cost of implementation is the major challenge before the organizations. Resistance from employees is another thing, and then lack of commitment from management. So these two, resistance from employees and lack of commitment, these two needs to be tackled in the forefront to put up all the things in practice. And employee engagement issues are also there. And to conclude, I can say that organizations are under high pressure to reduce their environmental footprints, and this green HRM practices surely helps them to build a workforce who is aligned with the sustainability values. And see, since the rewarding and giving the compensation is very low among the organizations, so the strong intrinsic motivation of the employees, especially driven by environmental concern, is a very good opportunity that is there for the organizations to expand their green initiatives. And ultimately, we can say that employee engagement and leadership commitment are critical for making green HRM just not an initiative, but a sustained cultural shift in the organizations. These are some of the future research aspects. Yes, please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Sanjeevni, ma'am, do you want to interrupt, or you have some suggestions for us?
See, Dr. Darshan, firstly, there are two authors, no? Dr. Darshan and Dr. Pooja Sharma.
Yes,
so Pooja ma'am is also there with us in this conference.
We have to check, ma'am, because she might be having a class when their examinations are going on, so maybe examination duty would be there.
All right. So only like I just want to ask you, you are one of the author who is presenting the research. So firstly, I want to congratulate you on the topic. You have taken a very good topic of research, which is actually showing that it is a research for a social cause. Right now, most of the organizations, they are working towards sustainability, and green HRM practices is one of the steps towards sustainability. So you have done a good work. I found it very genuine. Genuine means going very realistic regarding your sample size and regarding your percentage. Most of the aspects you have covered. My only suggestion is that this research is very, like we can say, at a starting level. Preliminary level. And if the research becomes more specific, that means it was not covering the responses sector-wise, like which are the sectors, which are the industry, which are working towards green HRM practices, and which are the industry which are still not taking that much of initiative. So we can contact them, those industry, as a CSR initiative to add to the adding value, like your research can add value to the society. So I want to just congratulate. It was a good topic and with good presented well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank
I will extend this
Thank you, Sanjeevni, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Darshan, madam. Thank you, Sanjeevni, madam, for your views. Now we are proceeding towards next. Ma'am, you can remove your slide. Okay, thank you so much. The next paper will be Work-Life Integration, a Conceptual Approach, will be presented by Ms. Deepika Mathe and Dr. Shweta Pandit, madam.
Yeah. Hello, am I audible?
Deepika, ma'am? Okay, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes,
Deepika.
Okay, so good afternoon, ma'am, respected guest faculty and faculty members and all presentees who are present here. I'm a student, a PhD scholar of Madhyapradesh University, and doing my PhD under the supervision of Dr. Shweta Pandit. I don't want to take too much time, so I'll start here. As you can see, I have taken work-life integration.
I'm interrupting you. I'm so sorry. But in this starting, if you can please share the screen.
Yeah, just a second.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is my topic, work-life integration, a conceptual approach. So in today's fast-changing world environment, work pressure not only the affect employees and quality of their work, but also their formalities. Some keywords will use personality type, work-life integration, work-family, work-life in this paper. As I just want to tell about my background, I am not a faculty member, like I am the employee of TCS company, and I am doing same work like for BFSI insurance and as well as banking sector and in IT sector as well. Okay, so here in digital work environment, maintaining effective communication, collaboration, and well-being is crucial. Okay, so I will start with introduction. Relevance of digital work environment. As we know, in digital work environment, maintaining effective communication, collaboration, and well-being is very crucial nowadays. And like a flexibility and technology enable productivity also, but also demand intentionally boundaries to prevent burnout and ensure sustainable performance. Now, importance in modern hybrid and workplaces. As we already know, in COVID time, we done hybrid mode as well, right? So modern hybrid and workplace requirement flexibility strategy to support employees engagement, productivity, and collaboration, balancing report and in office dynamic ensure inclusive, foster we can say that innovation and promote a healthy adaptive organization culture. So goal from work-life balance of work-life integration. So as we already know that work-life balance and work-life integration both are different. The shift from work-life balance to work-life integration emphasis blending personal and professional responsibility seamless. It supports flexibility, reduce stress, foster holistic well-being in today's dynamic environment. Here we go with understanding of work-life integration. First, understanding personal and professional goals help align priorities, boost like motivation and support meaningful growth in both career and personal responsibilities and in personal life as well. Second, continuous blending of work-life domain. The continuous blending of work-life domain reflects involving a lifestyle where boundaries are very small and requiring mindful management to maintain productivity, personal well-being, and winning engagement in both professional and personal phases. Third is contract with work-life balance. Unlikely the work-life balance which separate work and personal life individual. Work-life integration impedes flexibility, allowing tasks and responsibilities to contain like promoting flexibility but required the greater self-regulation and boundary settings. Here, drivers of work-life integration. As we already know that technological advancement. Okay, technological advancement has transformed how we work, enabling remote access, real-time collaboration, and automation. While increasing effectively, it also burned work-life boundaries, damaging new approaches to manage time and focus. Changing workforce demographies. Changing workforce demographics, including we can say that diversify and increase inclusion, reshape workplace expectations. Organization must adopt to various value, communication style, and need to foster engagement, equity, and sustainable growth as well. Here, involving employee expectation, priorities, flexibility, we can say that purpose, well-being, and growth opportunities as well for employees. Workers seek meaningful roles, inclusive culture, and work-life environment that support both personal and professional fulfillment. Here, increased focus on well-being. We can say that multiple multinational companies have psychologists as well. Increased focus on well-being, mental health, physical health, emotional health, promoting balancing lifestyle, meaningful self-care, and fostering environment that support personal growth and their employees' happiness as well. Okay. So there are some benefits of work-life integration. We can say that like flexibility and autonomy empower individual to manage their time, make decision and work personal preferences, enhancing productivity, because if employees have some time, they can enhance their skills as well, satisfaction and overall work-life balance. Second point, like increased job satisfaction is also the benefit of work-life integration. Increased job satisfaction stems from winning work, recognize positive relationship, growth opportunities. We can say that here is available work-life balance and a supportive environment leading to higher motivation and employee retention as well. Third, improve mental health and well-being. This is very important part of employees' life, like improving mental health and well-being result from stress management, social support, self-care, positive environment, and regular physical activities. We can say that emotional balance and overall happiness, like we can include in their trips and all, or better organization commitment, arise from strong leadership, clear value, employees engagement, recognize alignment with personal goal, focusing loyal and productivity, long-term organization for success as well. So on the basis of benefit of work-life integration, employees can manage their workload.
Deepika ma'am, we are close to 5 minutes. If you can wind up.
Yeah. Give me a 2 minute. Okay, there are some challenges like blurred boundaries between work and personal life. And after that, the risk of burnout, increase the stress, long hours, lack of work-life balance. There is managing expectation from employers and families. And so bringing expectation from employees, setting boundaries, priorities, task, balancing responsibility to maintain their family as well. Here, technology overuse, just because of learning purpose, employees left their families as well. Strategy, some like setting some clear boundaries is important. Time management techniques are very important if employees are doing 10 hours of shifts, 12 hours of shift. Leverage technology, mindful, and organization support is very necessary to employees as well. There are some rules for the organization design, like HR or maybe the head of the HR should design the supportive workplace for the employees, should give a proper training, managing, and flexibilities should be available, promoting mental health initiative. Like I already said that in some MNCs, in multinational companies, there are some psychologists for employees' health as well. So here should be available in other companies as well. There is some productivity engagement will be good if there is good mental health of employees. There are future work-life integration. There are some AI and automation reshape their models and all the things. There's some economy, freelancing, employees can enhance their skills as well. Focus on employees' policies as well, sustainable inclusivity and practices. There are some research methodology. This is my first paper, and this is basis of the conceptual. I have done this all the learnings, and there are 38 articles. I have taken 38 articles and 27 method criteria. And here there are some conclusion. Key driven and modern work-life integration. There are some personal responsibilities with personal well-being, fostering flexibility and enhancing productivity, satisfaction, or overall happiness of the employees. It is very important nowadays because we can say that there are many suicide cases are available. You can see that in multinational companies or WHO report as well. There is some achieving balance between personal fulfillment, personal growth, professional growth involved. Here's some organization commitment as well, they should have promote their employees if they are working very clearly, get it done, reduce turnover rates as well, and give them job satisfaction. So it will help to perform, improve performance of the employees. Yeah. So thank you. Is there any question?
Deepika madam.
Okay, Deepika, thank you for your presentation. The good thing about your presentation was your slides were very good, properly organized, and you have done a good literature review for your research. Since this was a conceptual paper, it is a first step for anybody, any new person who is coming into academics for research. But just as a suggestion to improve the quality of the paper, you could include some tables like employer perspective on work-life integration. It is not necessary when we do research, we should apply a test or a questionnaire. But yes, we can, whatever secondary data is available, like going specific in the industries, like we can conclude that how many industries, if you're doing it at the national level, that in India, they are applying work-life integration at the workplace. And like that, we can present, it is better always when we present any data which supports the objective of the research. That is only my suggestion to you. Thank you for your presentation.
Okay, thank you so much.
And we have another candidate, next candidate.
Kavita Bhavsar here from Nasik. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, Kavita.
Okay. Shall I start, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I will share my PPT first.
Sorry, due to some technical glitch. Can I proceed towards the
Ma'am, the third participant, Kavita ma'am, has started
Okay, thank you so much.
presentation.
Thank you
And
so
ma'am,
much.
it's a request to each and everyone, since we have like 13 papers in this track, and we are like behind other tracks. So I request each and everyone, please keep time in your mind so that we can like wind up on time, because we have another track.
Visible, ma'am, my PPT.
Yes, you can proceed.
Okay, thank you. Myself is Kavita Bhavsar, Assistant Professor from KRS College, Nasik, and my co-author is Mamta Dahad, ma'am, from Jalgaon. And my topic on research paper is a study on talent acquisition and retention strategies in wineries of Nasik district. It is a secondary data analysis. Okay, as we all know, Nasik is known as a wine capital of India, and it is very emerging and leading hub for the Indian wine industry. And currently, the turnover of wine industry in India is valued at 1,400 crore, and it will be expected to reach in 2028 till 3,500 crores. So Maharashtra is also called as India's Napa Valley. And Nasik is, we all know, it is a grape city also. So it is having a very desirable climatic conditions for having a winery. And wine tourism is also flourishing in the Nasik. As we all know, Sula, Soma, York, and Grover Zampa, they are the best example for wine tourism. And many tourists from outside, internationally, globally, are approaching to Sula, Soma. And Sula Fest is also very popular in our country. Okay, these are my research objective. First is to understand the importance of talent acquisition and retention in wine industry, to analyze the key strategies used by wineries in Nasik, and hiring and retaining the employee. As I have taken the same topic for the PhD thesis of mine, so I have visited many wineries, and I have seen that many employees are shifting towards hotel industry after taking some experiences in wineries, and then they shift their job to the hotel industry, 5-star hotel. So main problem of wineries are the retention of employees. Then third is to identify the challenges in talent acquisition and retention in wineries of Nasik district. And fourth is to suggest some best practices for improving the workforce stability and satisfaction. So my research is basically relies on secondary data sources. I have analyzed research papers, articles, and peer-reviewed journals also. So basically, I have inquired a limitation, we can say, for my study is I have reviewed the paper, but I am not able to find any reliable paper towards the Indian wineries. So I have to review the Italian and Spanish wineries related paper. Then I have analyzed some government reports, labor market surveys, and case studies of Indian wineries. So basically, understanding the concept of talent acquisition and retention strategies. Talent acquisition and retention are the critical components of any human resource management, because acquiring talented and skilled workers or employees who are really very fruitful for our industry or organization, it is a critical job, and retaining them for the longer period of time is also a more critical job. So winery, we all know, wineries need a special skilled knowledge according to the requirements of wine making, marketing. So there are many skilled variety of skilled which are required for workers or employees in wineries. So basically they have a knowledge of wine making, viticulture. So and retaining them for the longer period of time is a difficult task for wineries, and they have required a special team for marketing also. So it is also a task for winery owners. So, see, why talent acquisition and retention is important in wine industry. So as we all know, wine industry is flourishing and it is in a growth stage in India. But when we analyze a global market, so our wineries are not standing in globally. So only a Sula is the only name that is known in an international market. So in India, it is a very challenging situation. So mostly 80% of a wine which is consumed in India, it is consumed by Indians only. So we are not having a global name in the sector of winery. So that is also a main challenge. Then wine industry is continuously evolving and with changing consumer preferences, technologies and advancement and global market trends, and strong talent pools helps winery to adapt these changes more effectively. So basically they have focused to attract new we can say employees towards the winery, because it is a lesser known industry in India. And employee retention is closely tied with the fostering a positive work environment. Wineries in Nasik that prioritize talent retention and often see a better employee engagement, productivity and morale. The right workforce ensures the consistent production and high quality wines, and fostering innovation and helps winery to build a strong local presence. So these are the major retention strategies for wineries in Nasik district. So which can they cultivate in the winery, and they can use it for the retention and also the talent acquisition. First, they have to cultivate a positive organization culture. They offer a competitive compensation and benefits, because mostly employees compare their salaries with the 5-star hotels. And as compared to 5-star hotels, the winery offered a very less package. So basically that is the main reason for employees to leave the wineries. Then they have to invest more in the training and development, which can be resulted in employee engagement also, so that employees are more into the wineries and they feel so important in the wineries. They promote the work-life balance and enhance the employee engagement. So this is the case study of Sula.
Ma'am, requesting you to please, if you can concise it.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, this is my conclusion, ma'am. Okay, so Sula is certified a great place to work, and Sula is having a best practices for employee retention. This is my conclusion, ma'am. So I am analyze all the sources of secondary data and understand the potential challenges to attract the talented and skilled workforce in the wineries of Nasik district. So it is found that because of the seasonal nature and global competition, it is very tough to retain the skilled workforce in the wineries. And wineries in Nasik district have a bright future in global market, and wine tourism is also gaining a popularity. So they should focus in that way to retain and to search the new talent for the winery. Okay, these are my references. Thank you, ma'am.
Sanjeevni ma'am, if you want to say something.
Yes, Kavita, thank you for your
Yes.
presentation. It was again a very well organized presentation.
Okay,
And
thank you, ma'am.
like the sample or the study you have committed is of binary, and this is the specific, like very I must say a new industry you have touched on, because
Yes.
usually people talk about retention strategies in IT industry, in hospitality
Yes.
industry. So you have talked about the employees or the workers who are doing there. And the new perspective you have added to the research is why people leave to binary, because they want to join hotel industry. So
Yes.
your finding is appropriate and it was very well presented. But again, like I would say that if you can make it more specific, this is my suggestion, that sometimes when we talk about the retention strategies, there are various retention strategies. So according to the wine industry, because the strategies vary industry to industry and as per the nature of the worker, you have stated
Yes,
that
ma'am.
one of the reason is the salary or the
Yes,
income,
compensation.
the compensation they are paid. So that becomes the major reason for almost all the industry. That is the
Yes,
major
yes, ma'am.
reason, major factor for almost all the industry. But apart from salary, you could have more emphasized, because as the workers belong to a local place in Nasik,
Yes,
so people
rural
usually
area,
shift
ma'am.
rural area. People usually shift from one factory to another factory.
Yes,
They
ma'am.
don't, like in companies, usually employees switch from one place to another. But since we are covering a local region, the sample size is local, so you could have covered more related to the local factors.
Yes,
Otherwise, your
yes, yes.
presentation was good, and
Okay,
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavita ma'am. The next paper, Impact of Spiritual Intelligence on Work-Life Balance, a study on young working women, will be presented by Ms. Seema Kushwaha and Mr. Manish Kumar. Seema ma'am, are you ready with the paper?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
My screen is showing, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Good afternoon, Sanjeevni ma'am and all staff member. I am Seema Kushwaha and PhD scholar IMS DAV Indore. I am presenting this paper with my co-author Manish Kumar Hete. And thank you for Govind Sheikh Sarai Institute of Management and Research Indore giving me opportunity to present this paper. This is my first paper. And earlier I was working and but I was working and not able to manage the personal life and professional life, and that's why I have to quit my job. That's why I choose this topic to assessing the status of work-life balance. I study on a working mother. Let me go through outliner. Introduction, research objective, review of literature, methodology, data analysis, finding, results, future research scope, implication, conclusion, and references. Introduction. In the early stage, women were primarily confined to domestic duties and a very few were engaged in a shop, factories, or fields. Women now have to difficult task since they must have handled several responsibilities at home and at work. Balancing their professional obligation with their caregiving responsibilities causes a great deal of stress of working women. Work-life balance is a crucial for physical, emotional, and social health. Work-life balance is a crucial for especially for women. Working women who usually find it difficult to juggle their personal and professional commitments. This study explored work-life balance among working mothers from diverse professions. Research objectives. I have taken two objectives: to assess the status of work-life balance among working mothers by examining the challenges they face in managing professional and personal responsibilities, to identify key factors like the working hour, work involvement, and family responsibilities affecting working mother work-life balance. Literature review. For this study, I have included the paper of 2005 to 2022. The author, I have taken the almost 20 papers. The author named Lakshmi and the Prashant, paper title, A Study on a Work-Life Balance Working on in a Working Woman. Focus area was the work-life balance in a working woman. Identify key focus affecting work-life balance among women professionals. Another key paper was the Mitnick 2006 Impact of the Working Women on Work-Life Balance Perspectives. The discussion was the societal and the workplace shift due to the increase of female workforce participation, and key findings was the support the study by analyze historical and the cultural shift in the work-life balance. Deshmukh topic was the Deshmukh in 2018 topic. Their topic was the work-life balance. They focused on the working women, work-life balance. Working women identify the challenges faced by working women in balancing work and professional life. Key findings was the provide insight into a difficult and strategies for achieving a work-life balance. Verma and Negi in their paper find out the working review existing literature challenging faced by working mother. Key finding was their useful for understanding the broader scope of issue faced by working mother. Methodology I used the methodology data was the primary data I have used, and population was the working mother from the multiple sector like the education sector, IT sector, corporate sectors, and sampling random and convenient sampling. I have used the data collection structured questionnaires through Google form. Used data nature was the primary, and the variable age professionals work art support system family responsibility. Research to Dr. Santosh Dhar and Upender Dhar questionnaire is tailored to use as a primary research instrument. The questionnaire comprises Likert scale-based question ranging from 1 strongly agree to 5 strongly disagree. A quantitative access the status of work-life balance working mother. SPSS tool is used to analyze the data. Next paper will represent my co-author, Mr. Manish.
Thank you so much, Shimana. It was great that you're presenting that slides. And thank you, everybody, to give me this opportunity. And I can see here that our chairman is also working women like Sanjeevni ma'am, and Sharda ma'am is there for organizing this thing. So that paper is somewhere is required, because I can see here that working professional these days, they mixing that, they confused with having a career with having a life. That's really important agenda of this paper, that working women is really need a place where she can work for herself, right? Balance is not better like time management, but better boundary management as well. So balancing means making choice and also enjoying those choices that she picked for herself, right? So for that main agenda, we done some like survey, and we circulate, and we find some we did some data analysis here on the percentage basis. So we can see here in age group of mothers, we can find that 36 to 45 year maximum women are those are working, and also a mother as well. And in our finding, we can see that they all are married, that 74 that total was married as well. So here, can you next, please, ma'am, Seema ma'am? Yes, here, just ma'am, just give me 2 minutes. I'm just going to conclude this. So here we can say they all are working. We can see the full-time 55 joiners we have, and also they are earning well. We can see in this questionnaire, income level is also very high, between 3 to 6 and 6 to 12. Even also we have a good number in below about 12x as well. And they also working very hard, like more than 24 hours they are working. They are also saying that the family and personal well-being, they are performing good. So we can see that mother is also trying to make a balance in that. Siva ma'am, please, next. Okay, so here we can say I set boundaries between my work and personal life effectively. That's showing that maximum numbers of, we can say, that agree on 43, and we can say the percentage is very high over there. And the same thing we can see, I am able to manage my professional responsibility without feeling overwhelmed. That is really important for a lady who are working and also taking care of her family. So here we can say 45%, 45 respondent are saying that they are agree on that. Right? Next, please. result, we can say childcare remain the working mother is top priority because that is the family, but also what she chose for as a career, that is also important. We can see Seema ma'am said that when I got married and I quit the job, reason behind my child is there. So there are many mothers who are not getting that much support from their family, or maybe some issues where they can't go for the work, because somewhere balancing of that thing, that's important. So our research and our paper is focusing on to find that problem, that how we can achieve and how we can minimize that thing. So due to absence of childcare facility at work, even job overload, sometimes it makes exceeding with the time limit and kind of thing. So these are the result of the thing. Next please. And future research scope, we can say here, there are the age group 20 to 45 age group. We need to work more on that. Also, future research, we can see here that we need to do working on the analysis part as well. We can provide ANOVA, and also working women who left the job post pregnancy. Also, we can try to work on that to come back to work after a gap. That is really important for a woman to work on that, and also that confidence that she left from that. That is really important in this.
Manish sir, I'm requesting you to, if you can please
Just give me 2 minutes, ma'am. The topic is really like relevant. So
I do. I
that's why-
appreciate your concern,
Just-
but we are lagging
Yeah, okay.
quite a
So-
time.
So implication in the society, because whenever you do research, we need application how we can impact to the society. So here we can say work-life balance. It is really important for HR perspective. They need to be align these things as well. Flexible work hours also have to be provided to the employee, and also that work-life balance policy contribute long-term workforce sustainability. I can conclude in that way. We can see our mothers in home, they are very good into management thing. So they are very good in the career as well. So we have to provide these things. So we can conclude to significant change we can make, and both personally and professionally, if we allow the mother to fulfill the twin roles of parenting and as well as the employment. Thank you so much.
Okay. There were 2 authors to this paper, Seema Singh and Manish Kumar. Firstly, I want to congratulate you, both of you. You have taken a very good topic.
Thank you.
And
ma'am.
it was very well presented. Like literature review was in tabular form, the findings were in tabular form. So the points which you have covered were very prominent for anybody to understand. So the presentation was very good, and there was a very good coordination between both the authors. For Seema Singh ma'am, the presenter, who said that I took this research because I left my job. So I just want to tell you that it's just a phase. We have all gone through this phase, that when your child is small and when you have a lot of responsibilities. So like if we talk about career, it's just a phase. And if somebody is hardworking and talented, a phase come when you rise to very higher levels in your life. So there is nothing to get disheartened about it. It's just a phase. It could last only for few months or for some few years, and then again you will come back down to work. So coming down to the paper, firstly, I want to say that yes, the topic was very good. The paper was very well presented. But actually, if we talk about the work-life balance of the women, the status or the scenario of work has changed for women. So like you, although you have done a good research, or the objectives are good, the best thing about this is that work-life balance is a topic which is very common. So you can easily find scale, you can easily find literature review on this topic. As on this topic, there are so many of researches and scales and questionnaire which are already available. As we are talking in 2025 and we are talking about the current scene, since the technology has come into the picture, technology has taken place. So there was one aspect which you have not covered in your research, that is now women which were required to work in the office only, they can work online. So that aspect of part-time jobs, of online jobs, and there are so much of funding and loans available for women entrepreneurs. There is so much of support by the government in every country that they are promoting women entrepreneurs. So that could have been covered, that how much aware women are. So there is no need to compromise, suppose, on the timings or everything, because obviously when you work in a private sector, they have an expectation from you. But work-life balance, it can be balanced. So work-life balance is not only from the organization point of view that they should provide you the like childcare centers or facilities. Although that is correct, that now because of the inflation. Both the parents have to work for taking good care, maintaining a standard of living. But in India, although childcare centers are very good professional childcare centers are available, still in India, there are no childcare centers, proper childcare centers. So you could have linked your research with the government initiatives. Although government is providing loan, is promoting women, but how much they are promoting in terms of childcare centers. So it has a scope, like I'm talking about the scope of research. So your research have one scope, that linking your research with the government initiatives, and also linking your research with the awareness that how many women are aware that there are so much options for funding, for loans, that they can have their own startups, and for online jobs. Because earlier if we talk about the initial phase, they were only government jobs. People were running after government jobs. After that, people were running about the corporate jobs. But now the trend has changed. So that online jobs or that startups or self-employment is replacing again the private jobs. There are so many women who are in the startups. They just start and then they mention, if we talk about the TED talk and all those things, or in the YouTube, we see that they have achieved so much that the companies are running in crores. So that I'm just talking about the scope of the research for future research. So these are the limitations which were not covered in your research. Although you spoke about the conclusion and findings and everything, but these are the limitations of your research, and it could be taken up in the next step in the future. And it was a good presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Definitely, I'll take that as that you said about the future scope. We want to that include in that part, but it is the first paper, and we want definitely for in the future. And one more thing, ma'am, that if we talk about the corporate things are changing these days, because startup is coming around, and startup is not seeing like that your person is a women or men that are married or they have some responsibility on it. They just want a deadline and to complete that task. So some around that women can't be be on that thing, and work life balance cannot be managed. So that is the issue that I can see and I can face even with the Seema ma'am case, in the other case as well, because I'm working as a corporate trainer, and I met many like women employee who having the issues like those who started working in a startup. So they got that kind of issues, like I have to complete the task in deadline, I have to attend this training. Because if you're working in MNC, they provide a lots of things, like they can provide you child care things, they provide a leave, they provide a kind of thing. But when you go into
Sir, I appreciate your concern, but we are just out of time for right now. I think you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
again revert back and go through your issue some other time.
But I just want to conclude that if it is if it was your first presentation and first paper presentation, then it was really very good. Congratulations.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sarada ma'am, give me a
Actually,
2 minute
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Sorry
sir,
to
for
interrupt, ma'am.
appreciating
Sorry
women.
to
Thank you
interrupt.
so much. Proceeding towards the fifth paper, Enhancing Employee Health and Psychological Well-being in Hybrid Work Environment in IT Industry in India, will be presented by Shikha Jain Chaudhary, madam, and Harsha Yadav. Are you there, please?
If they have not joined, we can proceed to the next one.
Yes.
I can see Shikha
Ma'am,
Jain
actually,
Chaudhary, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. She's there. There is some problem with her net. She's there sitting in front of me only.
Okay.
Just give her 2 minutes. Just she's asking for the same.
Okay.
Ma'am, we
Thank
can
you.
move, we can proceed to the next presentation.
Yeah. Okay. Shreya Verma, madam, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm present.
Okay. So we are proceeding towards the sixth paper, exploring the relationship between continuous learning aimed at supporting knowledge management and employee engagement as an aspect of managing talent. Shreya Verma, madam, and Dr. Shweta Pandit, madam.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm going to present my presentation. I'm going to start.
So, thank you for giving me an opportunity to be a part of such a esteemed international conference. And it's not working. It's not working. Mama, are you able to see the second slide?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
go ahead.
Okay, so my topic is exploring the relationship between continuous learning aimed at supporting knowledge management and employee engagement, which is an aspect of managing talent. And the research objective is that companies should have some sort of knowledge management so that they increase their organization capability and they can extract the useful knowledge. And therefore, there's a high pressure on all the organizations that they practice KM practices. And according to the research-based view, company knowledge resources are the most valuable thing that can help the company to enhance the innovative performance. Knowledge-based view was introduced by Grant in 1996, and they suggest that knowledge should be managed successfully, and it has an impact on firm performance. So nowadays there is VUCA and there is globalization, competitiveness, and these all create that scarcity in getting the skilled people. So and also there is high presence of millennial in workforce. So it needs a very good talent management so that we can successfully face the challenges. So actually the problem is that organizations are not able to attract talent, and even if they attract talent, the retention is not proper. So, and this is the area where there is paucity of research on how to inculcate effective talent management program. So this is like there are ongoing changes, technological advancements, and it all creates shortage of critical skills. So there should be a very good addressing of the talent management challenges, and this study aims to close those gaps. Contribution to theory. The talent management was emerged in 1990s, and scholars have acknowledged that TM is a talent management is a strategic procedure where organizations identify the vacant position and they try to hire very good people so that they can have competitive edge. So right now there should be focus on learning settings and knowledge usage so that we can enhance work practices and retention. The report that I have formulated has we have consolidated findings from the various studies and their practical recommendation for companies which want to leverage technology to enhance their performance and increase their competitiveness. Sorry. So literature survey. So right now I have selected like few of the literature surveys which were conducted in past 5 years, and they have like one study done by Name, MF and et al. They show that when knowledge sharing is they put a positive spin on it, it influences employee to make a climate such as there is knowledge sharing, and it enhances the engagement between the employees. A study done by Chawla ASL in 2022, Chawla AS and et al. In 2022, they said that their findings were that effective KM leads to innovation, improve innovation capabilities. And if the innovation improves, then the firm performance will improve. And technical innovation is mediating this relationship. And in 2022, Bagora and et al., they did a study which said that the KM, which is knowledge management, it mediates the relationship between talent management and firm performance. And it enhances talent management, which in turn enhances improvement in KM. So the literature review has gone for the literature review. I've gone through extensive research articles, and from there I can conclude that to enhance employee motivation and engagement, training and learning and development activities are required. which will align the learning objective with strategic goals to foster culture of continuous improvement. Discussion. So in discussion, I would like to say that my paper findings were that development initiative led to organization outcomes and increased employee satisfaction. So an organization which fosters a culture of knowledge sharing and of a cooperation and a collaboration, then their activities which are geared towards being more strategic and capable improves, because they're able to innovate and they're able to solve the problems properly. So, and when an employee comes into an organization, there's a process called onboarding. So if the onboarding is taken care of properly and there are retention strategies in place, then the turnover will reduce down and it will enhance employee commitment. So the research methodology that I employed was I went through various literary databases, and my keywords were organization learning, job behavior, employee engagement, knowledge management, and I have gone through 80 articles from reputed journals. And I aim to find the dynamics between these keywords. So I have gone through research papers, also journals and web pages to learn about these keywords. So my motivation to do such research was that there is a very fierce competition, and knowledge is very important resource to enhance a company's performance. So modern leaders should use an approach to empower their employees, and which increases the efficiency of KM, which increases company performance. Leadership style is very important for a company to optimize their business processes. The conclusion is that the paper posits that KM should be used as a strategic asset that supports employee engagement, continuous learning, which leads to a very good organizational performance. So future research is also encouraged to explore further on this topic of learning culture and enhancing employee engagement and retention. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shreya. It was a good presentation. Your slides were very well organized. You have done a good literature review, but only just my one suggestion is that in your research, various parameters is involved. Like you're talking about learning, you're talking about employee engagement, then you're talking about talent acquisition. So I think you should talk about relationship between two variables. So it will become more specific, and the rest of the variables you can cover in future research. This is only my suggestion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shreya ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Shreya
Everyone.
We are proceeding to the fifth.
Yes, I'm Shikha Jain Chaudhary. I'm presenting from my colleague's account, actually, Anushri Parekh, and I would like to present my paper.
Okay. I'm requesting you, ma'am, in advance that we have a limitation of 5 minutes. If you can follow that,
Sure.
appreciable
Sure,
from my side.
sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Just a moment, let me share my paper. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shikha Jain Chaudhary. I'm a PhD scholar in DAVB and currently working as assistant professor with Sri Vaishnav Institute of Management and Science, Indore, with my co-presenter, Harsha Yadav. And our topic of research is enhancing employee health and psychological well-being in hybrid work environment in IT industry in India. Although this is a conceptual paper and the introduction says employee well-being goes beyond just balancing work and personal life, it's about achieving a state of mental and physical harmony in all aspects of life. The actual term or phrase workplace wellness was first introduced by the Italian physician Bernardini Ramazzini, and Seligman and Csikszentmihalyi define psychological well-being as the presence of positive emotions, engagement in meaningful activities, relationships, accomplishment, and a sense of purpose and meaning in life. This study explores the hybrid workplace system where employees from IT sectors work under different profiles. The primary is to enhance the employee health and psychological well-being of an employee in a hybrid work model and examine employees' attitude towards it. We have done somewhere around 22 25 papers we have reviewed, and out of this we have concluded 3 best paper, and that is the RIF C 1995 in her work created a model of psychological well-being that highlights 6 essential dimensions: autonomy, master of the environment, personal development, positive relationships with others, a sense of purpose, and self-acceptance. The second ROL is Bolini et al. 2020 stated in his work that while many employees are accustomed to working 8 hours a day and standard working hours are preferred by both employers and employees, it is likely that non-standard or alternative work schedules will become more important in the post-pandemic era. The another review of literature is by Mortensen M. and Haas M. in the year 2021. In his work, Making the Hybrid Workplace Fair, has advocated that working in a hybrid work environment gives a positive work culture and efficient employee. The employee gets the power of working as per his convenience, which may lead to decrease in morale and effectiveness. He further elaborated the hybrid work as hybridity positioning and hybridity competence. It can also create power differentials within teams that can damage relationships, impede effective collaboration, and ultimately reduce performance. Our research objective is to gain insights into the improvement of employee health, to understand the psychological well-being of employees in a hybrid work environment. The third one is to explore the relationship between employee health and psychological well-being among employees. And the last one is to understand employees' perception of hybrid workplace and the factors that can impact their views in the IT industry in India. Now, the research gap, which we have analyzed after reviewing so many papers, we have analyzed that the research gap is, since hybrid work environment has now been one of the major key topics to discuss after the COVID-19 pandemic, and it is a new emerging area though. So we would like to explore this particular field in context with employee health and psychological well-being. Now, what is psychological well-being? Psychological well-being is not a new term in psychology or sociology. It's been more than 50 years since the discussion of how psychological well-being affects one's working culture and how a happy employee not only boosts the productivity of work, but also makes the work ambience positive. Brandbaum in 1969 has discussed psychological well-being as positive and negative and its impact on the work culture. If we talk about Indian IT industry, as the Indian IT industry is a major contributor to the country's economy with a revenue of $194 billion in 2021. The IT industry accounted for 7.5% of India's GDP in the financial year 2023, and it is expected to contribute 10% to India's GDP by 2025. The Indian IT industry is one of the leading sectors worldwide, and it's expected to grow even bigger in the coming decades. The IT industry has one of the highest turnover rates if we talk about worldwide. And to reduce this rate or to retain quality employees is one of the major concerns of any organization nowadays, and the HR is facing these issues only. People working in the IT industry have to deal with a lot of job stress related to project deadline, continuous working on a screen, not giving quality time to the family or friends, and etc. Hybrid work environment in IT industry. A hybrid work environment refers to a flexible work model that combines both remote and in-office work. Employees can split their time between working from home or another remote location and working from a physical office, depending upon their choice, allowing with a balance of flexibility, productivity, and collaboration. This model adapts to individual preferences and needs while maintaining organizational goals. Hybridity offers organizations the advantages of remote work, such as greater flexibility, a smaller carbon footprint, labor cost saving, and higher employee satisfaction, while still maintaining the key benefits of traditional in-person work, including better coordination, informal networking, stronger cultural integration, enhanced creativity, and face-to-face collaboration. Now, I would like my co-author, Ms. Harsha Yadav, to continue further.
Shikha ma'am, I request you please show that slide from Pandar's model.
Yes. It's there, ma'am.
Actually, it is
Ma'am,
not
we
visible.
have already crossed 5 minutes. If you can
Just 2
please
more slides are left. Just 2 more slides, ma'am, please.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Harsha ma'am, please continue.
Yes. One second, ma'am.
Harsha ma'am, should I continue?
1 second, ma'am. I'm continuing.
Okay.
And we are running short of time. I think your slides are not moving.
No, she has to continue from this slide only. If actually we are not together in.
Okay, ma'am. The Pandas NOLA Day Health Promotion Model focuses on factors that influence individuals' motivation to engage in health promoting behaviors. Using Pandas Health Promotion Model, organization in India IT sector can design tailored interventions that encourage employees to adopt healthy behaviors in a hybrid work setting. The model focuses on motivation, self-efficacy, and workplace support, ensures a holistic approach to both physical and psychological well-being. Ma'am, we have also included
Ma'am,
some
I'm
government
requesting
schemes.
you to, if you can brief out your paper fast in a
Yes,
minute, please.
okay.
Just in a minute, ma'am.
Yes.
The BharatNet and Digital India initiatives are significantly enhancing high-speed internet access across the country, making remote work increasingly visible even in rural areas. The public sector in India is gradually adopting hybrid work models, particularly in IT, administration, and policy research roles. And in conclusion, this study emphasizes that employee well-being goes beyond the traditional concept of work-life balance. The findings highlights the essential role of organization support systems such as wellness programs, mental health resources, and effective leadership in cultivating a healthy and supportive work environment. Thus, organizations can play a facilitating role and help their employees by practicing hybrid work environment. However, the fundamental responsibility to deal with employees' health, psychological well-being is that of an individual. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this chance and opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you both of you for the presentation. Your slides were very well organized. You have taken a good topic related to IT industry, although it is a very common topic. But my only suggestion with you is that in the future, I'm talking about the scope of research, you could connect it with the different age and different age groups and different gender in the IT industry. And basically, employee
Yes, ma'am.
well-being is an employer perspective. It actually depends upon the employer. But you can cover more of like role models of the industries which are taking, which are implementing employee well-being programs and how it is affecting the work culture or the employee
ma'am.
retention. That's all.
As this is a conceptual paper, we would like to further go in detail and get the primary data, and then we'll make a quantitative data.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shikha ma'am. Thank you, Harsha ma'am. We are proceeding
you, ma'am.
towards the 7th paper, Empowering Workforce Transformation, the role of reskilling and upskilling in driving competitive advantage. Samiksha Sharma madam, Nandini Gupta madam, and Anushri Parikh madam. Are you there, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Very good afternoon, ma'am. I, Samiksha Sharma, with my co-authors Anushri Parikh and Nandini Gupta.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Are going to present. Just let me share the screen first.
Can you please turn on your cameras so that we can see your face?
Sure. Good afternoon, ma'am. These are my co-authors.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good
Nandini
afternoon,
ma'am.
ma'am.
And Anushri, ma'am. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So today, ma'am, I, Samiksha Sharma, going to, with Anushri Parikh, ma'am, and Nandini Gupta, ma'am, going to present a presentation on empowering workforce transformation, the role of reskilling and upskilling in driving competitive advantage. With the introduction, in both IT and education, new tools like AI and digital platforms are evolving quickly. To keep up, people need to keep learning. Jobs are changing fast. Reskilling and upskilling helps worker to stay relevant and take on new roles confidently. Companies and schools that support continuous learning become more innovative, adaptive, and competitive over time. Today, real world skill matters more than just degrees. Employers want people who can solve problems and lead change. Forward thinking companies and institutes are shifting focus inwards, developing their existing talents instead of constantly hiring new people. This not only builds loyalty but also creates teams that are more agile, capable, and prepared for the future. Review of literature. We have taken 13 review of literature, wherein the best we have chosen from, that is by Burson J 2019. He argues that traditional job roles are becoming obsolete and
See,
organizations.
for the literature review for you and other candidates, I would like to tell you that do not read, just display the slide and just mention only the prominent research and then move to the next slide.
Sure, ma'am. So
So
majorly,
it will give you more time to discuss your findings, and in the last you don't have to hurry, because mostly for research the finding is the major concern. Your finding and objectives are more important, and the methodology. These three things are more important to share.
Sure, ma'am. So basically, the major three writers by the review of literature that we have chosen from by Burson J, Gallup, and Amazon and Gartner. They majorly focusing on the reskilling and upskilling in the employee experience, that it found of the 48% of the workers would switch job for better development opportunities, because of a lot of companies do not afford to reskill and upskill their current employees. And also they have a fear that they are going to switch onto their organization once we upskill them. So that's the major issue. Research objective: to understand how reskilling and upskilling help IT professionals grow within their companies, to explore how teacher training and digital tools are improving the way students learn in Indian classrooms, to find out how well government programs and edtech platforms are helping people from different backgrounds learn digital skills, to learn how investing in employee growth affects retention and workplace satisfaction, to explore how reskilling and upskilling empower employees to adapt the industry 4.0 and contribute to the organization competitiveness. Research gap. Reskilling program face challenges like limited digital access in rural areas and the lack of standard framework for certifying skills. Additionally, organizational cultural plays a crucial role in success, yet many companies don't prioritize continuous learning. This study will explore how to make reskilling more inclusive, promote learning cultures, and improve measurement of impact. Moving further, reskilling and upskilling skills. IT skill gap. With tech advancing quickly, AI, cloud, and cybersecurity, companies like TCS and Infosys are stepping up with a reskilling program to keep their teams up to date. Education's digital shift. As school adapt e-learning and hybrid model, teacher training is key to making sure educators are equipped with the right digital tools, especially with NEP 2020 driving the change. It takes impact. Platforms like Byju's and Unacademy are helping bridge the skill gap by offering flexible courses that are in line with industry needs, making learning more accessible. Challenges to is
I think there's some technical network issue. I cannot see the slide.
If she is able to speak, she can speak from the slide, and she can move on if the slide is not moving.
But I cannot hear Anushri ma'am.
Maybe she has got disconnected due to the network issue. So how many more candidates do we have? This is the 17.
I think
Actually,
6 to 7 more are there.
Okay.
actually, 14 papers are there. It is the biggest track and we are running like late. Actually, in other tracks, it's been like 9th or 10th presentation and they're having only 11 papers and we are having 14 papers and we are on 7th track. So
we have the slot, the timing allotted for a track was from 12:30 to 2:30.
To 2:30 because 2:30 we have to start another track, ma'am. Isliye, ma'am, we are short of time. That's why we are
So we'll instruct although Sharda ma'am is doing a good job, she's sending the reminders
Yes,
to all the
ma'am.
candidates, but they need time to, because some of the candidates, they are getting carried away with the slide. So we can just, for the rest of the candidates, we can tell them that just mention your title, your objective,
Yes, ma'am.
methodology, and your findings. Come now to
Ma'am, Sharda ma'am, can we move to next presentation till they join?
Yes, ma'am. We are proceeding towards the 8th paper, Managing Workplace Distractions, the Dual Effect of Social Media and Employee Performance, presented by Kriti Balapuri and Kavita Kasliwal Kothari, madam. Are you there, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Kavita ma'am is also there?
No, ma'am, she is not available.
Okay.
I'm going to present.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
ma'am.
Go ahead. Okay.
Ma'am, it is visible screen.
Yes,
Hello.
yes. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, yes, you
My
can go
topic is managing workplace distraction, the dual effect of social media on employee performance.
Okay.
One minute. Introduction. In today's digital age, social media has become an essential component of both personal and professional life. While it provides several benefits such as improved communication, knowledge sharing, and networking, it also creates substantial workplace obstacles. Employees frequently struggle to stay focused owing to continual notification, social interaction, and technology distraction. The presentation investigates social media dual influence on employee performance, how it may be both a productivity boost and a workplace distraction. Understanding its influence allows organization and employees to devise methods that balance its benefit while limiting its disruptive impact. Discover how to effectively manage workplace distractions and optimize social media usage for improved performance. Literature review. I have divided literature review in three parts.
Ma'am, please.
Yes.
Ma'am, please. There's
Okay,
a
ma'am. Okay.
request. Please.
Okay, ma'am. The methodology. Objective of my study is to study the dual effect of social media on workers' productivity, to determine the major distraction at the workplace caused by social media, and third one is to investigate methods and strategies for controlling social media use in order to improve workers' performance. Research question designed for the study. Does social media enhance productivity at work? What negative impacts do social media distractions have on workers' productivity? And third, what methods and strategies do business and employees employ to control social media use? Research design for the study. Qualitative research design was used in this study. In-depth interview were taken from the 20 employees of various sectors to know for what purpose they are using social media in the workplace. For collecting information, semi-structured interview were conducted from employees working in healthcare sector, education department, and corporates. Purposive sampling was used to select participants for the study. Data analysis. A thematic analysis was used to analyze data. Themes were relevant to the study and structured around the objective of the study. The data was divided into different themes related to social media benefits, distractions, and management strategies to manage distractions. The findings of the studies, it is found from the study that managing the workplace social media distraction, different strategies adopted by the organization like social media breaks, avoiding unnecessary scrolling, self-control strategies, etc., which helps in making individual task-oriented. It helps in tracking life status of workers. This research examined how social media impacts employees' focus, time management, task completion, and workplace efficiency. Workplace surveillance, CCTV, use of restricted work device, monitoring quantity and quality of output. Some software used to monitor accessing of social media for personal use, and some other measures to restricted social media use at workplace. Conclusion of the study. This study shows the dual effect of social media on employee performance. On one hand, it facilitates communication and knowledge sharing. On the other hand, it poses significant distractions. It is found from the study that in healthcare sector, social media is helpful in professional development and promoting issues related to health, but it is also dangerous if social media used carelessly. The case study discussed in the study showed that the organization must implement some structured policies that can minimize negative effect of social media and increase positive effect of social media use on employees' performance at the workplace. The recommendations: social media plays a very important role in today's workplace environment. There are different social media platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, which were used for networking and learning. It builds strong network in internal and external environment. Professionals are encouraged to use social media for business purpose. Employers should create such an environment which can train staff members to develop social media etiquettes and digital well-being. Rescue time and focus at field like apps will be used to regulate social media use at workplace. To avoid social media distractions, some time limit for accessing social media should be there. Limitations for the study: this study is focused on specific sectors. The finding may not be applicable to other sectors or culture. If the social media activity of the employees is being tracked as a part of the study, there is a lack of honest response as employees are more concerned about their privacy, which influence outcome of the study. Defining and evaluating the degree of social media use can be challenging. It may be difficult to distinguish between productive and unproductive use of social media. Future research. Future research could examine the functions of AI-powered monitoring system and how they affect productivity at work. Organization must continue to be flexible as social media develops, making sure that digital tools enhance workers' performance rather than distract from it. These are the references I have taken in my study. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirti. It was a good presentation. The topic taken is very nice, that it is regarding managing workplace distraction. And
Yes,
it
ma'am.
has much to do, like it is actually a corporate social responsibility of all of us, since we are connected to social media. So instead of giving negative reviews and making the world a negative place, the etiquettes, learning etiquettes is very important. That praising people is important, but avoiding criticism is really important. And there should be a balance at how much time we spend in social media. So your topic was very good. Your objective was of research were well defined and good presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Kriti Madam, Kavita Madam.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
The next paper is by Preeti Tripathi Madam and Dr. Prashant. Are you there? Preeti Tripathi Madam and Dr. Prashant. Are you there?
Actually, said Prashant has this power cut problem and Preeti ma'am is in another track paper present. So ma'am, we can move to next.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Pooja Lalit More Madam is present. Pooja
No,
Lalit More.
I cannot see her. No.
Okay.
No.
Next, Shweta ma'am, is this your paper?
Yeah, that is my paper, but ma'am, that I'll be presenting to Sanjeevni ma'am in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Harsh Mehta and Priya, Dr. Priya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So we are proceeding with your paper, the impact of reward system on employee motivation and retention in workplace. Mr. Harsh Mehta and Dr. Priya. Sir, go
Yes,
ahead.
ma'am. Just a second. Sharing my screen.
Okay, sir.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so good afternoon, ma'am, and everyone present in the panel. So my name is Harsh Mehta, and I'm currently pursuing MBA at Amity University. And I'm pleased to present this topic in collaboration with Dr. Priya Satsangi, which is an associate professor at Amity Business School. So to begin, and my topic is the impact of reward system on the employee motivation and retention. So to begin with, let's understand what a reward system is. So a reward system refers to all the mechanism, both financial and non-financial, that organization uses to recognize and encourage employee effects and performance. These systems are designed to align individual performance and organization goals. Talking about the introduction part, in today's fast-paced and competitive business world, attracting and retaining talent employee is much more challenging than ever. Organizations are constantly looking for ways to boost motivation, enhance engagement, and reduce turnover. And one of the most effective tools to achieve this as well, a structured reward system. The main objectives are first to understand the impact of
Your
both monetary
PPTs,
and
your PPTs are not moving. Yeah.
hello, is it moving right now?
No, I cannot see. Sanjeev ma'am, can you see? Now it's
Now
moving.
it
Yes.
has moved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my the first objective is to understand the impact of both monetary and non-monetary rewards on employee retention. And second is to analyze how demographic variables like age, gender, income, and experience influence the retention trends. So this study aims to provide insights that can help HR professional and business leaders to design more strategic and personalized reward system to retain top talents. Talking about research methodologies. So now coming to this, we adopted a mixed method approach, combining with both qualitative and quantitative techniques to get a well-rounded understanding of this topic. And for data collection, we relied on two sources. The first is primary data, which was collected through Google Forms, which were circulated to 150 members. Out of them, 108 respondents were there, and along with the interviews and discussion. The secondary data, which came from various books, research paper, case studies, and official reports, which help support the validate of our findings. So, and in terms of sampling, our respondents were more of a professional from diverse sector, including private sector, IT, software, education, banking, public and governance, and several other. The sample size include 108 individuals from different multiple sector, and we use the convenient sampling method. This technique was selected mainly for the ease of practicality, and it also allowed us to gather data based on the respondent availability and willingness to participate. Coming forward, let's now look at the hypothesis testing and the impact of reward on employee retention. So we begin with the following hypothesis. The first is H-null hypothesis, which states that the reward system do not influence employee motivation and retention. The alternative hypothesis H1 and H2 suggests that both financial and non-financial rewards have positive impact on employee satisfaction, loyalty, and performance. So we used chi-square test, and we obtained a value of 55.06, which was much higher than the critical value of 9.488. So this leads to the null hypothesis, which confirms that the rewards significantly influence and motivate the retention. Now, I would like to explain some findings. So, majority in impact of rewards. So, the first is monetary benefits, which includes competitive pay, bonus, and customizable package, which enhance retention. And next is non-monetary benefits, such as career growth, work-life balance, apart from the money which we are getting from the company, such as work-life balance, recognition, cultural were equally crucial. Talking about demographic based findings. So in my respondent, total 63.9% were male and 36.1% were female. Age wise, most respondents were around the age of 35 to 44 years of age, which were 33.33%. And second were under the age of 25, which were 32.4%, followed by age group of 45 to 54 and 55 plus. Both were around 13.9%, and the fewest were in 25 to 34, which was 6.5%. And sector-wise, most employees were from the private sector, which were 23.1%, followed by IT and software, which were 20.4%, and education, which were 19.4%, and other include public sector, which were 13%, and banking sector, which were 10.2%, followed by healthcare, 3.7%, and other diverse industries, which include other 10.2%. So, talking about next challenges. So in this slide basically highlights the key challenges and limitation of our study. To begin with, the generalizability of a finding is limited, and the result may not apply equally across all the sector or organization. Additionally, since the study relies on self-reported data, there is a possibility of biasness responses, which may be influenced by memory recall, or the desire to present oneself favorably. The cross-sectional design presents another limitation as it only provides a snapshot in time and does not allow us to establish cause and effect relationship. Moreover, the interpreting qualitative data involves a degree of subjectivity which can introduce research bias. It's also important to note that the employee retention is a multidimensional issue. Factors such as leadership style, organizational culture, and work-life balance, which plays a role alongside rewards. Measuring all type of rewards precisely is another challenge, especially when it comes to intangibility or non-monetary benefits. Lastly, due to the scope of research, we couldn't cover every possible rewards or incentives, which may limit the comprehensiveness of our finding. Lastly, talking about recommendation and conclusion. So first, recommendation. First, we should clearly clarify and define objective before studying rewards and retention. Second, build on existing research to identify any gaps are there or not. We should use reliable method like surveys or interviews to ensure accurate data collection. Ask post question and analyze the result rigorously. Recommended transparent and personalized reward system that match employee needs. Finally, suggest HR improvements and encourage further research to explore new areas. To conclude the study, I would like to highlight few points. The first is reward system have a strong influence on employee retention and satisfaction. Both monetary and non-monetary benefits are essential drivers, and personalized reward strategies make a bigger impact than generic ones. A positive work culture and a strong leadership boost engagement and loyalty. Ultimately, investing in employee-focused reward ensure long-term growth and success. Thank you, ma'am. This was all from my side.
Okay. Okay. Your topic was fine and your slides were well organized, and it's a good quantitative research you have done. You have tested your hypothesis and you have mentioned all your findings. And just
Yes,
my
ma'am.
one suggestion is that reward system in the future, you can do a research sector-wise, that what are the most major reward system which are creating a great impact on employee motivation. That's all. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
ma'am. This was my first presentation. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you.
That's nice. It was well presented.
Thank you, ma'am.
Harsh sir, thank you so much. Dr. Prashant, are you there? Dr. Prashant? Preeti Tripathi, madam. Dr. Prashant, sir, are you there? Dr. Prashant, are you there?
So we can move to the next paper.
Dr. Prashant communicated and said that he has almost logged in.
Okay.
And I saw him also, but again.
Ma'am, sorry, I'm logged in, but due to the connectivity problem, my PPT is not loading. So I request that we can move to the next presentation. Afterwards, I will be starting with mine because there is a net connectivity over here.
Thank you so
ma'am.
much, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Next paper is Biophilic Design and its role in enhancing mental well-being in post-pandemic homes, a literature review by Mr. Suyesh Joshi and Dr. Anand Babu. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Surya Joshi. I'm an assistant professor in MIT Institute of Design, Pune. So today's my topic is biophilic design and its role in enhancing mental well-being in post-pandemic homes, a literature review. So the topic outline is the COVID-19 pandemic changed how we perceive our home spaces, increasing focus on well-being and mental health. In home design, biophilic design integrates nature into the into built environments. My aim is to explore the biophilic design impact on mental well-being and post-pandemic. So first, I'm going to discuss that what is biophilic design. So biophilic design is a design approach that seeks to connect the people more closely with the nature by incorporating natural elements, materials, patterns, and sensory experience in built environments, promoting well-being, comfort, and harmony. So, what it does, it connects people with nature, uses natural materials and textures, incorporating natural inspired patterns and forms in their homes, maximizes natural lights and airflow, and engages multiple senses. And what post COVID-19 effects on mental well-being? So, impact of COVID-19 on home design and mental well-being. So, this is one of the major concern of the people that they are actually suffering. Like after the COVID-19, they are getting more psychologically trapped in some kind of experiences they have. So, this is what the experience they have experiencing mental fatigue, anxiety, and stress. So, this lead to a deeper awareness of psychological impact. Home began to seen a not as a functional space but an emotional space also. uh, Designing train shifts to focus more on well-being, incorporating uh, calming elements like natural light, nature lights and soft. So in this world reshaped by isolation, biophilic interiors have become bring to nature, restoring calm connections and emotional balance with the walls of their homes. So, by this, I'm actually uh, analyzing this by the literature which already has done and the case study which has uh, already is done. So, this is my literature review. I have selected 13 papers of the authors and their relevance. So by this, I get the inferences. Mental health is deeply influenced by the quality of indoor environment. Lack of natural element during the lockdown increased the stress and anxiety. Biophilic features like plants, lights, and views promotes emotional well-being. Designing with nature boosts cognitive functions and relaxation. Post-pandemic homes must prioritize home biophilic for healthier living. So this is one of this is the three of the case studies which actually they started working on the biophilic design and how it impacted. So this is the case studies and this is the chart that I have researched on, and this is the key finding. So what they have done is they maximize natural light. So by this regulated sleep patterns and reduce stress. Indoor greenery enhances air quality and lower anxiety. Water feature promotes relaxation. Indoor outdoor connectivity boosts mood. Sensory materials provide comfort. Minimalistic biophilic design enhance mindfulness. So this the influences like light, natural light exposure supports healthier sleeps and reduce stress level. Indoor plants purify air and create a calming, anxiety reducing environment. Water feature offers soothing sounds that stabilize emotions and promote peace. Indoor and outdoor transition uplift mood and encourage physical engagement. Natural texture and minimalistic biophilic elements boost mindfulness and emotional comfort. So by this, all the research and everything that I have come through. So biophilic design
Yes, sir, we're
strategies.
running out of time. Our track has to end somewhere near 2:30. Requesting you to, if you can concise your
Yeah,
paper.
ma'am. This is just two last slides that I'm just winding up.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So biophilic design strategies for post-pandemic homes maximize nature lighting and ventilation, indoor plants and green walls, use natural materials, use of nature and outdoor spaces, multisensory experiences. What challenges and future research directions, limitations in exiting studies and biophilic design and mental health, cost and feasibility concern in urban housing, need for qualitative data and long-term effects, future research to explore personalization of biophilic design. So by this, biophilic design is the integrating natural elements like lights, plants, and textures has proven to enhance the mental health, reduce stress, and boost well-being, especially in the post-pandemic homes. Despite its benefits, challenges like cost, space, and lack of guidance limits its use. Future solution must be focused on accessibility, tech-integrated approach to make biophilic living standards for healthier homes. Thank you, and this is my references.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Suyash. It was a good topic. It is a new topic, biophilic design, a unique topic on which you have done a qualitative research on case study mode. My only suggestion is that it's a good thing that biophilic can have a good impact on stress management and overall the work environment of employees. So in future, you can do a better, like a major study focusing on how you can implement in various sector. Because when we talk about corporate sector, I'm also working in Mumbai, and I have been to Bangalore also. So we really need spaces which are connected to the nature. Thank you so much for your study.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Dr. Tabassum, are you there? Dr. Tabassum?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. Organization, your paper is organizational culture as a catalyst for employee engagement. Go ahead, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
I'm sharing my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Ma'am, there is a time limitation requesting in the beginning itself.
I'm trying, but just a second. It is not moving.
It's
in case it's not moving, your slide or not moving, you can start with your presentation.
Is it visible now?
Yes,
ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Without taking much of your time, I will start my presentation. Organizational culture as a catalyst for employee engagement. In introduction, I want to say that employee engagement is crucial for organizational success, impacting productivity, innovation, and retention. In it, we include values, norms, beliefs, and behaviors, influences employee interaction and perception of their contributions to the organization. A positive, purpose-driven culture promotes a sense of belonging, psychological safety, and alignment with organizational value. This study explored the role of organizational culture in enhancing employees' engagement, identifying key drivers like transparency, recognition, participative leadership, and growth opportunities. Aligning organizational culture with employees' values is strategic for long-term performance and success. The objective of my study is to explore the role of organizational culture in employee engagement, to identify key drivers like trust, transparency, inclusivity, and recognition. It also assesses the impact of cultural alignment on engagement, focusing on how aligning the employees' values foster motivation. The study also explored employees' perception and experience, offering practical recommendations for organizations to improve engagement productivity. Here is the research methodology. The research design I used to mix method approach, quantitative survey, and qualitative interviews. Sample is 150 employees from 5 mid-sized organizations in technology, healthcare, education, and finance. Participants include employees across various roles and levels of seniority, and data collection through survey and interview. First of all, I would like to give my quantitative data analysis. The drivers are trust. The first driver is trust and transparency. 78% of the employees reported high engagement when culture was transparent. And interpretation is that transparency in the workplace culture strongly correlates with employees' engagement. The second driver is recognition and rewards. 82% of the respondents stated that recognition significantly improved their engagement. It interprets that the regular recognition serves as major motivator and enhanced engagement levels. The third driver is leadership style. Participative leadership style resulted in 65% higher engagement score compared to authoritative leadership style. It interprets that participative leadership has a more positive impact on employees' engagement compared to authoritarian style. Now I have moved to qualitative finding. The theme is cultural alignment. Here insight is employees feel more committed when values align with organizational mission. Its impact on engagement is it boosts sense of purpose and loyalty. Second theme is psychological safety, freedom to voice opinion without fear. Impact is encourages open dialogue and innovation. And the third theme is growth and development. Opportunities for career advancement are valued. Its impact is drives long-term engagement and retention. So I compiled my study in 3 slides. The gist of my study is to study the examines the vital connection between organizational culture and employee engagement. emphasize the transformative role of a supportive, value-driven culture in fostering employee motivation, commitment, and performance. Through the combination of survey and in-depth interview with employees from various industries, the research identifies key cultural dimensions such as trust and transparency, recognition and reward, leadership style, cultural alignment, psychological safety, and growth and development that significantly influence
Ma'am, I'm
engagement.
sorry I'm disturbing you. You have to conclude in 1 minute.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. My study concludes that organizational prioritizing cultural alignment and creating environment of transparency, inclusivity, and growth can significantly enhance employees' engagement, leading to higher motivation, retention, and overall organizational success. Recommendation include cultivating transparent communication, investing in recognition program, fostering inclusivity, and developing participative leadership. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Tabassum. And it was a good research on organization culture. My only suggestion is that as culture is having various parameters, so in future, if you can focus on 2 or 3 specific parameters, so research will become more constructive. And and a comparative analysis of culture of various sectors can be taken sector-wise, and a country-wise comparison can be taken in the future. So
Sure.
that is all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tabassum. Prashant sir, I think you are connected. Prashant sir? Dr. Prashant, are you connected, sir?
Any other? How many other candidates?
No, ma'am. This is the last one.
Last? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Dr.
connected,
Prashant?
ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I'm connected.
Yes, sir. Well-being strategies for hybrid workers, a conceptual framework for engaging well-being in the new world of work. Preeti Tripathi and Dr. Prashant, sir. So please go ahead.
Ma'am, my screen is visible or not right now?
So it's not visible right now.
Because I'm sharing it, but
Sir,
it's
it's a humble request. If you can go through the objectives and conclusion of the paper, that will do.
Sure.
We don't have the slides right now. We cannot share from our part. Requesting it to.
Okay, no issues, ma'am. Ma'am, the basic objective of the topic was to identify the key challenges to employee well-being in hybrid work environment. The second objective was to explore the effective well-being strategies for hybrid worker and to develop a conceptual framework for enhancing well-being in hybrid work environment. Because as we have seen that nowadays the remote work culture is going on in tradition. So what are the basic strategies for management and how these things can be promoted? So the methodology was through surveys, interviews, as well as the previous case studies. And the key findings was that hybrid work positively impacts employee performance and job happiness. Work engagement mediates the relationship between hybrid work and employee performance. Flexibility and autonomy boost employees' well-being, and organizational support as well as the leadership strategies are crucial. However, there were few outcomes also that employee well-being should be focused first, productivity should be focused, and organizational support is required everywhere. It may be a hybrid work environment or a traditional work environment, and every company should go for such a basic infrastructure that can promote even a happy work environment so that the employee may feel comfortable. And however, if someone want to move further in this research direction, so they can go for developing effective well-being strategies, examining the role of organizational support, as well as exploring the impact of hybrid work on employee well-being. However, there were limitations also, time constraint, and sample size was also biased because we met only few people, and literature was also not that much available on the various website as well as with the companies. So however, we'll take care of these shortcomings in our next future research paper. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Prashant. It was a very good presentation, short and good, and you managed to present it in a well manner. And whatever you
Ma'am,
have
sorry to
covered.
interrupt. First of all, I would like to pay my greetings to our respected conference chair, Dr. Sanjeevni Gangwani, ma'am, my respected faculty member. She taught me in MBA, and it's all her blessing that I am able to perform on the dais right now. Thank you so much,
Okay, so
ma'am.
it was a brief, although it was a brief presentation, but it was a good presentation. It was nice listening to you. So I want to just congratulate all the participants. In case I think, Dr. Sharda, we have completed with all the Yes.
Yes, ma'am. we
So
have
it was a good academic forum. It was nice connecting with you all as people from different cities have joined and on various HR topics. So it was a good academic forum, and I want to congratulate the convener, Dr. Sharda and Dr. Shweta Sharma. It was very well organized, and all the candidates are very well presented. Thank you so much.
So thank you for giving us so much of time, and your suggestions would be very helpful to all the people who are included in the research process. Thank you again so much. Thank you to every participant.
Okay,
Thank you so
all
much.
the best. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.